travel beyond the stars and unlock the mysteries of the universe.
Have you ever looked up at the night sky and felt a sense of wonder? A feeling that you're peering into the very soul of the cosmos? What if I told you that every time you gaze at the stars, you are not just looking across space, but across time itself? You are a time traveler. This isn't science fiction. It's the fundamental reality of our universe, revealed by the very instruments we use to explore it. Telescopes. The concept sounds simple, almost deceptive in its elegance. Light, the cosmic messenger, travels at a finite speed, an incredibly fast speed, to be sure, approximately 300,000 kilometers per second, but finite non teles. When light leaves a distant star or galaxy, it embarks on an epic journey across the vast emptiness of space. For every second it travels, it carries with it a snapshot of its origin, frozen in that moment. Think about our own sun. It's about 150 million kilometers away. The light you see from the sun right now actually left its surface about 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago. If the sun were to suddenly vanish, we wouldn't know it for over 8 minutes. We are always living in the sun's very recent past. Now, extend that principle across the cosmos. The nearest star to our solar system, Proxima Centauri, is about 4.2 light-years away. The light we see from it tonight began its journey 4.2 years ago. We are seeing Proxima Centauri as it was when some of you were just starting high school or college. This is where telescopes enter the story, acting as our celestial time machines. The history of the telescope is a chronicle of humanity's expanding perception. When Galileo Galilei first pointed his rudimentary spyglass toward the heavens in 1610, he shattered the old worldview. He saw the moons of Jupiter, the phases of Venus, the craters on our moon. He wasn't just seeing objects, he was seeing evidence that challenged centuries of doctrine. But even he might not have fully grasped the temporal implications of his observations. He was seeing Jupiter not as it was in that instant, but as it was about 45 minutes prior. As telescopes grew more powerful, our journey back in time deepened. In the 18th century, William Herschel meticulously catalogued thousands of nebulae. He began to ponder the construction of the heavens, realizing that some of these faint smudges of light must be incredibly distant. He wrote about looking into a garden of time where he could see celestial objects in various stages of their life cycle, simply by looking at different distances. He was one of the first to truly grapple with the idea that a telescope is a time machine. He understood that he was not seeing a static, unchanging universe, but a dynamic one, with its history laid bare for him to observe. This leads us to a more esoteric, almost mystical interpretation of what we're seeing. If we are only ever observing the past, does the present of a distant galaxy even exist in our frame of reference? The Andromeda Galaxy, our closest major galactic neighbor, is 2.5 million light-years away. The light we capture with our telescopes today from Andromeda is an image of that galaxy as it was 2.5 million years ago. Early human ancestors were walking the Earth when that light began its journey. We have no way of knowing what Andromeda looks like now. For all we know, it could have undergone a dramatic transformation. This creates a profound philosophical puzzle. We are forever chasing a cosmic now that we can never catch. Our reality is a collage of pasts, a mosaic of different temporal layers. Does this mean time is not a universal constant, but a personal, localized experience? Einstein's theory of relativity tells us that time is indeed relative, woven together with space into a single fabric. Space, massive objects warp this fabric, and speed affects the flow of time. When we look through a telescope, we are looking through layers of warped space. It's not just a window. It's a lens that bends both light and time. Could it be that our consciousness, in the act of observation, is what collapses these temporal distances into a single, coherent image? Are we merely passive observers, or are we active participants in constructing this temporal reality? Let's push this further. The Hubble Space Telescope and now the James Webb Space Telescope are the most powerful time machines ever built. They are designed to capture the faintest, most ancient light in the universe. The James Webb Telescope can see galaxies as they were just a few 100 million years after the Big Bang. That's over 13.5 billion years in the past. We are seeing the universe in its infancy. We are witnessing the first flickers of starlight, the formation of the very first galaxies. These are not just images, they are historical records. Photons that have traveled for almost the entire age of the universe to end their journey on our detectors. This brings us to some open-ended hypotheses that challenge our understanding. What if this looking into the past is more than just a consequence of light speed? Some interpretations of quantum mechanics suggest that the past is not fixed until it is observed. Could our observation of a galaxy 13 billion light-years away somehow influence its history? This is the quantum eraser experiment scaled to a cosmic level. It's a mind-bending idea, suggesting a universe where past, present, and future are not a simple, linear progression, but are intricately entangled. Furthermore, if we are seeing the light from the past, what happens to the information from the present of that distant star? Does it exist in a state of potential waiting to be observed by some future civilization? Or is the very idea of a universal now a human-centric illusion? A comforting story we tell ourselves to make sense of a universe far stranger than we can imagine. Is it possible that every point in space-time exists simultaneously, and our consciousness simply travels along a particular path, creating the illusion of a flowing river of time? Our telescopes, then, wouldn't be looking back in time, but simply looking sideways into a different part of a vast, static, four-dimensional block universe. The more we learn, the more questions arise. Each new image from the James Webb Telescope is a postcard from a bygone era, a ghost of a universe that has long since evolved. We are cosmic archaeologists, digging through layers of time with mirrors and lenses. We are piecing together the story of our origins, a story written in ancient light. The universe, it seems, is not just a place, it is a history, and we are living in its museum, privileged to gaze upon its oldest and most profound exhibits. So, the next time you look at the stars, remember what you are truly seeing. You are not just looking up, you are looking back. You are connecting with a time when our planet, our sun, and even our galaxy did not yet exist. You are bearing witness to the dawn of creation, and in that moment of connection, the vast distances of space and time seem to melt away. What do you think? Is our perception of time just a trick of the light? Or is there a deeper, more mystical connection between the observer and the observed? Are we simply watching a movie of the past, or are we somehow part of the script? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining me on this journey through space and time. If this sparked your curiosity, please give this video a like, share it with someone who loves to ponder the big questions, and subscribe for more explorations into the mysteries of our cosmos.